All right, guys, so you're looking for an absolute workhorse that has all the capacity and the capability of a workhorse and a work truck, but you don't really want to spend money on a GMC truck or an expensive Ford. Well, this is the one. Right in Canada, you can get this vehicle for $110,000 as we speak, based on the specs that I'm going to show it to you in this package. Let's dive into it. Here it is. You have the signature Chevy key that you get from Chevrolet with the remote starter tailgate opener, but that's not really the most interesting portion of the vehicle. At the front end, you have this nice looking LED lights that looks really cool, gives you this nice looking design. You have the projector lamps in between, you have the fog lamps underneath, and since it's a turbo diesel, you do have a block heater too, so make sure your truck stays warm even in the cooler days too. Now, at the front end, you have the blacked out grille, blacked out Chevy bow tie, instead of a signature orange one. You have the Z71 badge there because it's an off-road package. You have the red recovery hooks, not only for the aesthetics, but it can also get somebody out of the ditch in case somebody needs help. And you have heavy-duty skid plates right underneath the engine there too. Now, behind this grille, there is a lot of functionality which I'm going to get into. You have these aero shutters that open and close based on the temperature outside. So make sure your engine can retain as much heat as it can within that frame right there. And you have the front-facing camera, which is part of 360. You have the washer as well. Now, beautiful looking front. You have 6.6 turbo diesel, which I'm going to get into. You have the blacked out 20 inches wheels from Chevy, LT 275/65 20 inches tires. And you might be wondering, Vic, what's so different about these tires in 2026? What they did is they put GF Goodrich tires, all-terrain tires that are KO3 spec. There is a lot of off-road capabilities that you're going to get with this vehicle. Nice design overall. And instead of getting Wrangler tires, the Goodrich Wrangler tire that they had in the last year, they have upgraded to these ones. A lot of customers, a lot of people that I have been doing my research, they were asking about these tires that they need on their vehicles because they've been upgrading later on. Guess what? Chevy just provided them from the factory now. And inside the wheel well, you do have your acoustic liner that actually dampens a lot of road noise when your vehicle drive over any kind of a pavement there too. Now, nice Z71 badge there too, 3500 HD badge, which is all blacked out. You have your running boards that can be a little bit better looking, but you know what? These are really cheap ones. But I'm gonna just leave that behind for a second. Now, you have 8-foot 3-inch box, as you can see right here. And you have the Trail Bose patch right there. It's an ultimate workhorse. It's also a crew cab, so your back doors are bigger, and you have an 8'3" box. This truck is really long. I'm just gonna step back a little bit so I can show it to you how big of a truck it is, right? So that's why I'm saying it's an ultimate workhorse, because that much space, you can use it for your construction business or any kind of a business that you're running that is related to painting, construction, automobile, whatever you have, right? And at the back, you have this extra leaf spring that you can see. That makes this vehicle special because it's a 3500. In the 2500, you only get the bottom piece of the leaf spring, but not the top portion. Now, at the back right here, as you can see, you have the beautiful looking LED lights. Silverado badge is blacked out, LT badge is blacked out. You have the back end sensors, towing package, all that, and you have these extra 2 settings where you can connect your trailer camera as well, where you can have some extra auxiliary going back to your trailer so you can see everything what's happening behind or inside your trailer. And you have this multi-pro tailgate that opens up like this, and you can also throw speakers in it if you really want to. And you have this grab handle on the side that you can use to get inside the vehicle without really hurting your knees. Now look at all this space. You can lay a lot of bodies inside the vehicle. You also have this bed view camera, which I'll show it to you from the inside. That looks really cool as well, right? A bed liner from the factory, Chevy badge right there, tie down rings, 3 in each corner, and you can put a few more tie downs in between as well. Well, some of you might be wondering, Vic, why there is no fifth wheel prep package? Well, that package comes from the factory. It's an add-on option that costs about $750 in Canada as we speak. And obviously, it's an add-on option. Not every truck has it. Even though it may sound stupid in a long box truck, in a heavy-duty truck, when you spend about 110 grand, why can't they just add it? I don't know. I don't have the answer for that, but it's just not there. But when you have your fifth wheel prep package, you can tow up to 21,500 pounds. With the conventional towing, you can still tow about 20,000 pounds with this vehicle, which is pretty cool. And the total payload, including the bed and the space behind your vehicle, is about 3,900 pounds, which is really massive. All right. So under the hood, you have the 6.6 turbo diesel, which is paired to 10-speed transmission, putting out 470 horsepower and 975 pound-feet of torque. Now, the primary flow of air that goes in the engine is at the front end, obviously, right? Now, you also have a hood scoop, which is attached right on top of the vehicle. You only get it when you have a diesel engine. You have the Chevrolet badge right there too, and which connects to a water separator or actually a debris collector too. So every time this portion of the vehicle is filled up, it purges down all kind of dirt, which you just saw right there. I didn't put that in, just so you know. And the second portion goes connected right on top of the air filter, so it can provide your vehicle more and more air, so you can have the better compression within the engine there too. Now, also, you have an option to get a 6.6 gas engine that gives you about 401 horsepower and 405 pound-feet of torque, which is also connected to the 10-speed transmission. Thanks to Chevrolet, after 2024, all the vehicles have that, even with the gas engine too. Let me know in the comments below, which truck would you choose? Is it a 6.6 gas or a 6.6 diesel? All of you have different needs. Let me know your thoughts. All right, before I get inside and show you the things that you may like, there are some things that you may not like. The power seats on the passenger side in the LT Trail Boss is not standard. It's an option you'll have to add on, and obviously you'll have to spend about $1,500 to $1,800 extra money there. You have the manual seats, you have the Cortec leather seats. That's not really the real leather. That almost feels like a vinyl. It's not really a bad quality vinyl, I can tell you that. It's fully manually function, obviously, back and forth, and of course your back tilts there too. You do have space right here, so you can open up and you can use it as a storage here. That looks really good. You have the nice leather dash around, and you have more storage right here too, right? Overall, a really nice look. This specific configuration comes with the bench seat in the middle, which you can make a 3-seater or a 2-seater, as you can see. Now here we are on the driver's side. You have the fully power seats, which I was talking to you about. No Bose stereo system for $110,000, but that's okay. The music system inside and this one is still not bad. You have the power mirrors. You have the power folding mirrors, but in case you would like to extend these mirrors, you'll have to actually use your manual force just like this. It's kind of disappointing, but you know what? It's what it is. It's 2026. We are approaching, right? Inside, you do not have any auto 4x4. If you need that, you'll have to upgrade to the higher package. Obviously, by the time you get into a $115,000 mark, which is around the GMC AT4 3500 or 2500, you'll get the similar features. But this is how everything looks like inside right here. Let me just move my things around here. You have obviously the bench seat here, which I was talking to you about. You have storage right here. You can fit in one more kid or one more construction worker inside. You have more storage right here. You still have the cup holder space, all that kind of stuff there too. All right, here it is. A signature 13.4-inch screen, which GM has been using for quite some years. From end of 2022 till now, right now, they had it in all the half tons, and obviously from 2024 and 25 and 26, the Chevy and GMC heavy duty has that too, right? You do have, of course, your signature shifter behind your steering wheel there. Some of you might be wondering why all the manufacturer with the heavy duty world, they don't put any electronic shifter in the middle. There is a reason, because electronic shifter won't be able to handle the load of a bigger engine and a transmission. That's why you need manual force to shift that transmission. Now, leather wrap steering wheel, the badge right here is going to be black as well. You have the heated steering wheel, cruise control, all that kind of stuff. You have a little cavity right here. You might be wondering, there's a camera right here that watches your road at all times for lane assist, your emergency braking, all that kind of stuff. You have the trailer brake controller right here, heated seats right here too, and you have inbuilt Google as well, which works like this. Hey Google, set temperature to 20 degrees. Look at that. Do you see that?
Got it.
Right, this is how it works. You can literally ask Google for any type of jokes, anything like that too. You can move your screen like this if you like. You can change all these tabs. You can throw your stuff on the side if you like. Obviously 2 maps right there now. And this is how the full touchscreen looks like. Now you can see that I'm in a parking spot. If you want to see the side profile of the vehicle, you can also see that just like this. If you're backing up, it's a big truck after all. And if you would like to wash your front windshield, you press this button and it also washes your front camera as well, which I was talking to you. And all these extra modes are for your auxiliary cameras, and this is your bed view camera, which I was talking to you about. You can zoom in and zoom out as well, right? Pretty cool design overall. No place to put your shades on, but you have a space behind your screen right here where you can throw your shades on. Now let's get to the back of the vehicle so I can show it to you what's it's packing. All right, backseat time right now. You have the real wood right here on the side, which is a gloss finish on top, aluminum plating all around, leather stitchings all around the vehicle. You have the plastic underneath there. Of course, same thing at the front there too. And you have USB-C port with the 110 at the back. No all-weather floor liners from the factory, but that's okay. You know, it's what it is. Back of the vehicle, you have these seats where you can store some extra storage. You have the rear sliding window, which you can operate using the button, and you have under seat storage. You do get your block heater cable, which is at the front, and this is your winter front. Depending where you live, you'll be using it. If you're from California, the idea might be foreign to you. But look at the space behind here too. I'm 6'2", my seat is all the way down, all the way back and all the way down. I still have this much of space, what, 8 inches, 9 inches of space. At the rooftop, I have a little bit of a cavity, so if I'm tall, which I am, it's gonna give me some more accessibility there too, right? I have the grab handles on the side, right? You can easily fit 3 people without any problem, and you are all ready to work and conquer any type of a construction or work that you're planning to do. Now let's go for a quick drive so I can show it to you how it handles. If you have any questions for me, please drop a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe because I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers in the next 30 days. I'll really appreciate your support. Thank you. All right, let's just go for a quick drive in this mammoth of a vehicle. It's such a long vehicle that I have to pay attention to everywhere around me so I don't hit nobody because it's just a giant vehicle overall. It's one thing to drive a heavy-duty truck, Chevy or GMC heavy-duty truck, which is 6.6 box and crew cab. When you add another 1.5 feet plus 3 inches, you know, that just gets complicated. But you know what? You get used to it after driving it. It's just so much fun. It's not like driving a half-ton or a 1500 truck, I mean to say, because 1500 truck is more comfortable. These ones are made for towing, more for rugged use, and that's why the suspension is a little bit stiffer in this too. Now, let's just talk about the visibility on this one. First thing first, I can tell you that with this tow mirrors, you can see everything around you, because on the top of the tow mirrors, you also have the blind spot detection. At the bottom, you also have a concave mirrors on both the sides, which is really cool. Right now, you can see everything around it. There is nothing blocking. You have the back window, side windows. There is enough sunlight coming in, and you can see everything around you. Comfort, which I already told you about, it's not the greatest, but when you drive it on a highway, you're fine. And when you're towing, this is how you want it. It's always going to be jumpy every time you go over bumps. That's just the nature of a heavy-duty truck. Now, next, it might be a popular opinion. Again, I don't know how true it is, but you know what? A lot of people say that the seats on any GM vehicle, Chevy, Buick, Cadillac, or GMC, the seats are really, really stiff. You know, in my opinion, they are not as bad. It just depends who you are. I have been driving a GM vehicle for about 6 years now, and obviously selling them for about 3.5 years now too. You know, yes, you can say that, you know what, maybe you are a little bit biased. Maybe I am a little bit, but you know what, I personally haven't felt a huge difference. But yes, as compared to Ford and a Ram vehicle, their heavy-duty truck seats are slightly bit better. They just cover a little bit of your body length overall. For example, just looking right here, it's gonna cover my back of the leg a little bit more, but not too much. I mean, after all, it's the whole package that matters, right? Now, the comfort of the driving and what about the quietness? Let's get into it. Even though it's a diesel engine, a lot of people claim that it's a noisy engine, but you know what? Driving a GM vehicle that has a 6.6, you also have these acoustic, noise cancellation mics inside, and you have the acoustic wheel well liners too that actually help you from any sort of unwanted noise in the cab. So I'm just going to accelerate and show it to you. Yes, when you accelerate, it's going to make a little bit of noise, but overall, it's not as noisy as they used to be, especially anything 2016 and before, they were really making a lot of noise. And obviously, all of you diesel boys who are going to actually delete the truck, delete the emissions, put some big tires, big lift, and actually going to make your truck worthy of a burnout, you know, obviously don't expect that, noise cancellation and the quieter ride. You know, just don't expect that. That's just the way it goes, right? But let's just accelerate so I can show it to you how this vehicle handles here. As soon as you step on the gas, it just goes. no hesitation whatsoever. Obviously, speed is bonded at a certain point, which is about 170, because the heavy weight that you carry, which is about 6,400 pounds, you don't really want to hit nobody or be in a position where you take somebody's life away, right? All right, adaptive cruise control is on, and this is how it looks like. Make sure your lane assist is on, because it's going to let you know when you're about to hit the side of the line, so it can vibrate your seat or beep, depending on what you decide in the screen right there. Some of you GM people, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. It actually vibrates your seat every time you hit the sideline, either on right or left side there too, right, which is pretty cool. All right, here I am. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you got some value out of this, well, make sure you hit a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And more fun content is on the way. If there's a car that you want me to review, please let me know. I'll be happy to arrange one for you, and make sure you get the most and the best information that's out there. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful day.